What's going on? It's Justeeni here. We've got another best player of all time because there's more world championships, and this time it is Luxidoor. So I'm a little late to the party with this one, but that's fine. It's a pretty good one. Two very, very strong players you've most certainly heard of. We've got Arthur in the west corner and Meisterlamp in the south. And Luxidoor is a very interesting try because of how flexible it is, so hopefully we can see really the multitude of options really being utilized here. And yeah, let's just get right into things. So the replay thingy has changed. It's a little slower at the start of the turn, but that's fine. We see pretty traditional openings from both sides, just going for triple warrior and kind of expanding as needed. Deciding to decline this village over here is an interesting choice. Maybe hoping that things will turn out better. Trying to just go for some villages closer south is what Arthur's doing here. See a very traditional opening from Meisterlamp. Arthur kind of fine with not taking the village right away because the maths, and you can go for this very aggressive roads opening with the meaning stars. But yeah, this warrior here that he sent denying the village kind of stranded now. And we see, again, another typical line from Luxidoor. Going for the early explorer, trying to get a lighthouse because Meisterlamp already has the other one in the south. And this will mean this is a turn 5 giant. Goes for the workshop here because the extra lighthouse is not needed in this case. But now this warrior, Arthur knows it's gone. So he opts to send it back. Not sure if that's the right play, actually. If he sent it towards the village, then maybe he could get a bounce play to secure the village. Meisterlamp going for the giant here, not able to train any riders in response. Now again, Arthur has the chance to road on, but due to lack of vision, he doesn't see the urgency in the situation, but we'll see how things pan out. Now, Meisterlamp preparing for a defensive setup, just trying to deny this village. He has the vision to know it's the right idea here. Arthur, on the other hand, just lacking that information, steps right on the village. And Meisterlamp is able to punish, sets his units up to prepare for the follow-up, because Arthur is absolutely going to try again. He really needs this village. He wants to be on a good foundation of 4 cities. Otherwise, he's just falling very far behind with this giant here. But Meisterlamp now saving up, getting a roads pre-capture, able to once again knock the warrior off the village. Not only that, but there's no follow-up here because all these riders are just too injured. So Arthur here realizing with the incoming giant, city disadvantage, and just a kind of rough commitment there. Things not really working out with the expansion and otherwise. Decides to resign here. So Meisterlamp already up 1-0, and I'll go ahead and cut to the next match. All right, second game. This time we have Meisterlamp in the west corner and Arthur in the east. Bit more distance between the two, less likely to have an early encounter, and we'll see how things pan out here. This game was quite interesting, I will say. So openings are kind of, again, typical Luxidoor stuff. We see Meisterlamp going directly in the center, and Arthur, on the other hand, kind of opting to go more south, because that's kind of where the resources are telling him to go. Now we see, once again, very typical idea, hunting, fishing. You can also see this with org fishing, but the point is fishing is going to be very useful for improving your explorers to ensure you get those lighthouses, and then you get an extra ecotech to make sure you can get the quick giant. And we see, sure enough, Meisterlamp going for that explorer turn 4, grabbing a lighthouse. He just needs one more lighthouse to secure that turn 5 giant, even getting the meeting stars to really make sure. With 2 explorers, you're almost certainly getting the meeting stars on a small map. So this line of play, due to the guaranteed resources on capital, is something you can very reliably do. All you need is enough resources in your second and third city. We see Arthur now, the same exact idea. He got a lighthouse naturally with this third warrior grabbing it, so he already has the lighthouses that he needs, and he can try for another one, which he does, just to potentially get another lighthouse, or really, in this case, just the vision in general is very nice. barely misses the lighthouse, but that is still fine. Both players able to get a turn 5 giant here, really off to the races. And both players also, very notably, with capital water access. So not only an early giant, but a way of using that early giant. And we see Meisterlamp taking a economic approach. And we'll see if Arthur does the same here. Park of Fortune placed in a very interesting spot. Seems like a pretty nice port location, but instead the Park of Fortune going there. Now, Arthur again trying to develop and also expand towards this uncontested north side of the map at the same time. Another city captured here, but this one is not very useful without forestry. And we can see really able to reach towards this north. That center control really helping a lot here. Now more port connections by Arthur. Another port connection possible. And an upgrade, getting pop growth, just setting up for the next giant. Now we see a very nice advance by Meisterlamp here. Forestry pre-cap as well. Going to be able to get a lot of economy and super unit potential as well. Upgrading the city. And we see this raft here. It looks like it can just be killed for free. And Arthur, of course, takes it. But now with the Juggernauts meeting each other, getting that first hit is very important. And Meisterlamp is going to be able to get that, which is the whole idea with the raft movement. So we see that first hit, then capturing the city. You can see Meisterlamp one city away from Grand Bazaar with the port connections, but not quite there. But this is a very nice position regardless. Arthur, while he is going to be able to match in city count, the economy difference is going to start to be noticeable, but he does make up for it by getting 3 giants all in the front, able to pressure the center, whereas Meisterlamp is going to be a bit slower. He does get his own giant as well in the center. Only 2 versus the 3. There is a 3rd giant, but it is a little bit away from the action for now. So all that Meisterlamp really needs to do here is buy time, but things will get pretty complicated as things develop further in the north. So we'll see what happens now. Arthur going for sailing, really trying to fight in the water. Use these Juggernauts here. So if this Juggernaut dies, this Juggernaut's nearby. Even though you get some splash damage, it will mean that the Juggernaut can counterattack. Now we see sailing from Meisterlamp as well, going for the kill, allowing his Juggernaut to be taken in return, just kind of allowing that trade here. And sure enough, we see that trade, and it advances as well, really trying to pressure, put Meisterlamp on the back foot here. Now another Explorer, securing the vision, and another Lighthouse. But we can kind of see with this tech tree, just not a lot of economy, kind of the traditional tier 1 techs you expect from Luxidoor, but other than that, just sailing. But if we look at Meisterlamp's tech tree, again, also very light on techs, but we can see forestry instead of organization, and forestry will ultimately give you more economy here. And we can really see that Meisterlamp's economy is doing great, and he's even getting archery now. Archery, a very nice play. With this kind of amphibious situation, Archer's going to be able to attack the water and the land at the same time. But we see very aggressive, going for ramming, really trying to assault here. Maybe this giant can be a good distraction as well, because you can see there's this very nice spot on the starfish that Meisterlamp would love to send his Juggernaut to, but he needs to take care of this giant. However, we can see the Juggernaut can go there, not needing to help with the unsiege. The archers have it covered. And this buildup of units is only going to make attacking harder here, which means Arthur's initiative is going to dwindle quite a lot, and now it'll be Meisterlamp the one bringing the offense. So Arthur will have to come up with some way of dealing that. Not to mention, I believe, a ramming rune from Meisterlamp, so further pressure in the water. But now we see a navigation rune from Arthur. Maybe this is his out. He can get a starfish, get some stars back, and maybe get some value with some strong bombers that can kind of prevent the archers from approaching too much. But it's still hard to control the bomber here. These archers are an amazing play, really showing their value. Another upgrade there, just because I want to get some more pressure Now we see a bomber taking out some of these archers, getting some really good trades here. Gate of power going down. Another kind of trade. Just trying to take out units. Now, only now on turn 14, we see forestry from Arthur. Just desperate to get that economy up, but actually not even using it for that, getting that level 2 city, just immediately going for this giant, trying to find any avenue of attack before Meisterlamp can set up, because the southern city here is looking pretty weak. He can attack that, then it'll get him back in the game. He's currently down 1 city and quite a lot of economy. Meisterlamp, on the other hand, lots of archers here, and Arthur just doesn't have the means of defending this kind of city. He's just lacking in technology, so this is a very rough spot. The bombers are, well, bomber, putting in a lot of value with the rammers as well. And for now, things are being held on to, but there's so many archers combined with the vet sword. Now we see riding. Not enough time to upgrade still. Meisterlamp refusing to back down. Now we see navigation as well from a ruin, of course. Both sides getting navigation for free. And now riding as well for Meisterlamp to further keep up the pressure. See Arthur trying to go all in on the south here. Very strong attack, most likely taking the city. It seems very hard to stop. Getting a bomber here to just try to hold on and stop any advances in the north. But now a bomber play combined with gate of power, border growth, and this bomber, which looked like it could have been perfectly safe, is actually very exposed and going to be taken out on the next turn. And Meisterlamp really showing why he is the goat of Luxidoor. Just very, very beautifully played all around. Arthur not making it easy, of course, but any mistake, any subtle mistake, getting brutally punished by Meisterlamp with a nice 2-0 victory, which I believe is the first time we've seen a 2-0 victory on the grand finals. Usually a lot more back and forth, but Meisterlamp really putting a dominating performance here. So congrats, Meisterlamp. Maybe seen a 2-time making it to Sweden. We'll see. I mean, Luxidoor is a very strong tribe. Lots of options, and Meisterlamp clearly understands his tribe well, so we'll see. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Like and sub, and have a good one.